Good morning, class. Welcome to our maths class. Now, as usual, before we go to our maths lesson, we do a motivational activity, a quick activity. For today, I'm going to say a number and you will say the number after. For example, I will say 2, then you will say 3. I will say 4, you will say 5. Number 7, number 6, number 10. What comes after 20? 21. Very good. Now, before I introduce you to our topic, have you ever shared something with your friend? For example, if you have 2 lollies, how many lollies will you give it to your friend? 1. Good. I know we all share during recess and lunchtime. I have seen you people sharing your lollies, your cakes, whatever you bring to school, you share it with your friend. That's good. But as I said, if you have 2 lollies, you are going to give 1 lolly to your friend and one you will keep it. Now I will explain it to you how it relates to our topic for today. Now our topic is fraction. Have you heard of the word fraction? Maybe last year with your year 2 teacher or from your elder brother or sister? Don't worry if you don't know. I'm going to explain it to you. Now, a fraction is the part of a whole. For example, I have here pizza with me. This is a whole. 1 whole circle, it means 1 whole. Now, if I have to divide it into 2 or if I have to give half to someone, I'm left with half. Half and half means 1 whole. Now, if I have to make it equal into, this becomes a 3/4. 1, 2, 3 shares. Now, first of all, I'm going to explain it to you about half. This is a half, right? 1 whole, and once we want to do it half, we will have half. Now, you can see how half is written, 1/2. Now, I'm going to explain you how we are going to write. As I said, now I'm going to explain you how we are going to write half. We are not going to write like HALF half, no. We are going to use the words, and I'm going to explain you what we call those numbers, the top one number and the bottom number. Here I have written half on the bottom, 1/2. Now for 1/2, it indicates it's a numerator, and 2 it indicates it's a denominator. So the top number is called a numerator and the bottom number is called the denominator. For the top number we are directly going to say 4, but for the bottom number we are going to say half. For example, for 2 we are going to say half. If it's 3 we are going to say a third. We are not going to say 3, but we use the word third. And if it's 1/4 we are going to say quarter. Here, for example, 1/3, the numerator here is 1 and the denominator here is 3. For example, if we write a quarter, for the 1 we are going to say it's a numerator, and for the bottom one we are going to say it's a denominator. Now that was our introduction part where we know what a fraction is. It's a part of a whole, but it's not a whole. For example, if we have something, as I demonstrated about the pizza, we have 1 whole pizza. But when we have 1 whole pizza, but once we divide it, we half it, it becomes 2. Circle, it's a whole, divide 1. 1/2 equals 1. So fraction is part of a whole and not a whole. And for the top number, we are going to say it's a numerator. And for the bottom number, we are going to say it's a denominator. That is the name given to that number. Numerator and denominator. Further going into our lesson, I will be showing you some shapes. I will be drawing it on the board. I will be showing you some shapes and then how it's divided, like into half, into 1/3, and into 1/4. We are just going to learn 1 whole, half, 1/3, and 1/4. Here we have 4 squares. 4 squares. The first one indicates that it's 1 whole. This is 1 whole. Nothing divided, it's not a part. So 1 whole. Now for the same square, we are going to divide that into a half. One half is here and one half is here. That becomes half. So the half one is shaded. I have shaded. This is a half and this is a half. Next square shows us 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 equal parts. And if we shade 1, it becomes 1/3. So we have 3 equal parts. Here it says 3 equal parts and 1 shaded here. Now the last square shows us that we have how many parts? 4. Very good. We have 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is called 1/4. If we shade this, it's called 1/4. Same way, I have drawn a rectangle. What is it? A rectangle. Very good. So for the first diagram, it shows that it's a whole, one whole. Nothing divided there. It's not equally shared or anything. It's one whole. Next, rectangle shows us that it's half. What are we going to do? Color half and that becomes half. And this is how we are going to write half. Third one shows us the third. It is divided into how many equal parts, class? 3. Very good. 1, 2 and 3. 3 equal parts. And the last rectangle shows us that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. And if we shade 1, it becomes 1/4. Now, okay, just for we are going to shade 2. So it will be 2/4. 2/4. 2/4. Very good. Now I will be giving you some paper cutout and you are going to fold that or show lines and share them equally into parts. For example, I will give a circle paper to everyone. And then if I'll say make a half, you have to like equally fold it to make a half. If I will tell you make a quarter, you are going to equally divide that into 4 and show me 1/4. Everyone ready? So that I'm going to explain that to you now, so that after this you are going to do the worksheets that I have prepared into your groups. So before we go into the worksheets, this is very important that you learn how to do it. Now I have given you the paper cutouts. For the circle, you are going to show me a half. Everyone, do it and show it to me. Very good. You are very fast. Now for the square paper cutout, show me quarter. Do it. Yes, Mahira. Very good. You are the first one to do it. It's a quarter. You have folded into how many parts? 4 parts. And once you color it, one part, it becomes 1/4. Very good. Very good. Now, I am giving you the worksheets. You are going to sit into a group of 4. Just with your neighbors in your group. Sit groups of 4. Make groups of 4. And then you are going to do this worksheet, where fraction cards is given and you are going to match it with the division of shapes. I will give you 5 minutes to do that, and then you are going to represent that in the class. Thank you for all your presentation. It was very good. Now I'm just going to wrap up with what we have did. So now it's time for you to answer when I ask you questions. What was the topic for today? Fraction. Very good. And what did we learn in fraction? First of all, how we are going to write fraction. The numerator, the top number is called the numerator, bottom number is called the denominator. Very good. And then a fraction is part of a whole and not whole. So we have learned about half, we have learned about 1/3, and we have learned about a quarter. Very good. I will be giving you some homework which you can go home and do it and bring it to school tomorrow. Thank you.